Well, hello and welcome everybody to the channel where you can use to your advantage. Today we are gonna work on a dryer. Is your dryer making squeaky noises, rumbling sounds, or maybe just grinding? Well, stay tuned with me and I'm going to show you how to fix that problem. How to get rid of the squeakiness, of that rumbling, or any noise that it's making. Stay tuned and I'll show you. Today we are going to be working with a Kenmore dryer. I just picked this thing out of the street. They were getting rid of it. They're gonna throw it in the trash. But I decided to pick it up and fix it and show you guys how we can test it, fix it, make it look nice again, and score a couple bucks on it. So here's the dryer. First is first. Okay, so we hooked it up to the power here. I got my power running from inside my laundry room. I'm in the garage. So what I'm gonna do here, what I did first, I put this cable because it didn't have no cable. So I haven't tested so far. I just put the cable on there. But let's see what it's gonna do. So we'll put it on the cycle and we'll turn it on. So far that noise does not sound good. Is your dryer making that noise, that grinding noise? Then I will show you how to fix that one. The heat is good. So I bet the only reason why they got rid of this dryer because of that noise that it's making. And today, remember, if your dryer is squeaking, is making a rumbling noise, or if it's making a noise like this, so first we have to make sure that we have disconnected from the power. And the tools that we are going to use today, okay, so the tools that we are going to use today is Phillips screwdriver, a 1/4-inch socket knife or blade, and a smaller flathead screwdriver. And this is the part that we are going to replace. First, we are going to use our Phillips screwdriver. We're going to remove the filter. We're removing the air filter. And I'm gonna be cleaning it as I go, so I could get it ready so we could restore. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna clean it up, we're gonna paint it, and we're gonna make it look decent. So right here we got, under the filter, we had 2 Phillips screws right here, and that we need to take out. We need to take both of these out in order to take it apart. If we do not take this, we're gonna have a hard time taking the cover off to get to the inside of the dryer. Now we're gonna use a flathead screwdriver, and we are going to, in here it has a little tab that you hit a little bit, or you go leverage on it. You see right here the little tab, and then do the same thing over here. And then you open up the lid like that. So once you open the dryer here, Once you open it, you can see that drum right there. And this thing, you gotta be careful. You gotta put something behind it. Like me, I put my dolly because sometimes they tend to fly open or fall. So I always put my dolly right here. So you could lean on it like that. Or you could use your wall if you wanna, if it's easier for you. And then we go in here. And there's a little screw right there. And right here, this screws. Either you could use a flathead screwdriver, or you could use a 1/4 socket and to take them out. So right here we get a 1/4 socket. Don't forget to remove if you got spider webs in there. Remove them. And then you have one on the left side, there's one on the right side. Small head screwdriver, and with this this is the connector that goes to the lid switch. There you go. Once you undone the screws and you undone the power, all you do here is now you take this out, you grab it from here, you put it towards you, you pull the drum, and then you take it apart like this. Then down here, it has some little hooks. They come out from here and they go in a little hole there. So in order to remove this, you gotta lift it up and then go to the other side and lift it up. And then it's off with that door. Right here you can see more of the inside of the dryer. And you can see you have the belt in place right there. Then we're gonna go under here, and you see the motor right there. And this is what putting that support on the belt. So when you push this like that, you remove the belt, and then you let it go, and like that the drum is free to get out. Once you release that belt, you could take it out. You inspection your belt to see if it has any cracks or any damages. So we could still reuse this belt. This belt is still good to put it on. Grab the drum. And there you go. And then right here we could see, we'll go inside that dryer. You can really tell that which one is messed up. You see right here, the black plastic is on, and this is a good roller right here. But if you look on this one, look, that plastic fell off. So we gotta replace that roller, and that's what was making that sound that we heard. And I mean, the roller is still good, but there's no way that we could put this plastic back on there. Like, it won't work again. It's on there, but it's gonna keep coming up. So we are going to replace that part right here. So right here, what we have to do, we get our blade here, got a blade, put it in there, and it has like a little safety ring. You take out the little safety ring right here. Make sure you save that, don't lose it. And you take this out, and then it has a little triangle right here that we have to remove. So you could see that little triangle, we took it off. Make sure that you save that too. The roller, we take it out like this, and that's it. Now, since this roller wasn't squeaking, we can always just use the same thing here. Okay, so right now this thing has a little nut in the back, and we had to tighten it up so that way it won't be wiggling like this. So there you go, you take it off. And then the other one, we're just going to take off that little triangle right here, and it should come out. But before we do that, we are going to clean all this up. At least make it look a little bit decent. And right here I'm gonna show you how to clean this. Take this off too and clean it. So the socket that we're gonna use here is to tighten this up is a 14. And all we gotta do here is just put your socket in the back, and with your pliers, you tie that up. And it should do it right there. And we already took the other wheel off to clean up. Usually, to clean that up, I use WD-40. But I don't got none right now, so I've been using this lubricant. Or you could use car oil if you need. So what we do here, you put your rag on there. You just put this. Make sure that you first take off all these hairs. This is hairs from the clothes. If you don't remove these hairs, you could cause it another problem later on in the future. So might as well just take them all off. Spray them. Spray them. Clean them up. That will prevent it from squeaking again. But just remember, if your dryer is squeaking, you do have to replace this. If it doesn't squeak and it's broken like this one right here, but your thing is not squeaking, then all you gotta do is replace the wheel. Take off the old one and put the new one on there. But if it's squeaking, you do have to replace the whole thing. This is what's in there. So that's the thing. If it squeaks, this is the back, And this is the front right here. But since we don't have to replace this, it's not squeaking, so that means it still will be good. And then you do the same thing on the inside of the wheels. Put some lubricant in there. And this one I get my little quarter-inch socket. Put it in there, in the hole, and spin it. Now I'm using my hand, so spin it the other way. We'll put the first one in there. Good. And the second one. Then we get our little triangle. Oop, this one broke. I mean, if your triangle breaks from right here, you could still use it. You can still put it on there. Nothing will happen to it. So there you go. They're on. Then this we will put back in there. Okay, so now that we have that on in place, then we'll get our little locker not in place. And what you gotta do is just hit it a little bit, and that way you can make it flat again. Make it flat. Then we put it in there. And what you're gonna do there, you put this in place. Then you get your quarter-inch socket. Put it in there and just give it a tap. And that should lock it in there. There it is. It's locked in there. So you won't have a problem. The reason why this has this here, because that helps support the weight of the drum. Since there's nothing else holding the drum over here, this will hold most of the weight of the drum on this, and this helps it from not falling in the motor. And this is the slider for the belt. I recommend to switch them to put the ones that have the rollers. I don't know. I don't like these ones, but that's up to you. If your dryer has that, well, just keep it on there. But if you have the roller, the one that has the little wheel, I'll show you how one over here. If you got one of these, I recommend it to switch that for this. This one has no roller, but it still slides, but this one has a roller. So it'll keep the tension off the belt. So we're gonna replace that too. I'm just replacing it. You don't have to, but I'm just replacing it because I like this one better than the other one. And the way that this goes is in there, Have two little clips down there. In the front, you put it in there, in the hole, and then the back, you put it in the next hole. So that way, when it's like that, right now, it's gonna be falling right now. But once I put the belt, it'll create tension and make it do this. Okay, so I went ahead and I vacuumed the dryer a little bit, so it looks a little bit more decent. I didn't detail it, but yeah, I mean, it looks better than how it was. Now the back order, I'm going to take it apart from the back, so then I'll clean that. But that's gonna be later. So now that you know how to replace the rollers, then it's time to assemble the dryer back again. Okay, so the way to put the drum back in place, you see this gap right here? This is where the roller goes inside. So once you put the drum in here, you gotta make the drum go in between this and be down here. The same thing with this side over here. The drum has to go in there. Pull your roller this way and your drum's supposed to be going in there. So when you get your drum, right now the drum is sitting on the roller. So the easy way to make it fit in there is spin it. And then it goes in between the roller and so then it should be bouncing like that, because right now it's supported by the roller and the wall. You get your belt, you put it from the top first, lift it up, keep it away from the edges so that way you could put your belt inside. And then we go down here in the bottom and we get our belt support here. Make sure, okay, so you run your belt down under the support. You put it in the holes. Get your belt. You run it under. And there you go. And then when it will spin, I'll spin the drum with my left hand and make sure everything go in place. So that's how it is. Make sure that this is in the holes and things in place. And then you spin it. We got it going on. Okay, so remember here how I told you guys about this little hook? This little hook, when you're putting your lid back on there, you have to be on that little square. So let's see. Okay, so here we get our lid. Always make sure that when you put it here, you lift the drum up and put the lid. The drum's supposed to sit on this circle right here. It has a padding so it won't squeak. So you put your lid back, you press this on there, and then down there where you see it close, you lift it. Remember the little hook. We got one in. The side. Okay, so both are in. Then just like that. Make sure your drum goes inside. And it's ready to put the screws back in there. So here we get our holes back in there. Always remember to tie them up with your hand first, so that way you don't cross thread anything. Don't forget to connect your lead switch connector. If you don't hook this up, when you go to turn on your dryer, it won't do anything. All almost close to finishing, but we have to run it out test first before we close it. So we're gonna hook it up to our power. We'll put it on 70, and then let's see. So there we go. No more noise. Now we can go ahead and close this. Remember right there in the bottom, it has those little snappers. All you gotta do is just close it and push it. Same thing here. You just close it and push it. Here we got our Phillips screwdriver. Filter, put it back in there. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a good working, nice and warm in here. We are going to be cleaning all this off, making it look nice. Gonna paint all this, and that's it. Everything's working. The paint that I use for this is appliance epoxy. You could get that at Tractor Supply, and that's gonna make it look nice like this one over here. Look how that turned out to be. This one, when I just got it, it used to be a little bit damaged, rusty, had a little dent over here. So I took out the dent and I painted, and look at it now. I'll show you a little bit more when I'm done with this. I'm gonna wipe it down with, first what I do here, I wipe this with a wet rag, take off all the dust and everything from the entire dryer, and then I'll go ahead and spray this epoxy applying epoxy. Okay, so there you go, people. First of all, I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I hope this helped you in what you needed help with. Now you know how to replace a roller. Always remember, people, when you are replacing a roller, if it's making like a dump noise or like a rattle noise, all you gotta do is sometimes like the roller. In this, what happened in this case, the plastic wheel came off the roller, so the roller was still good, but we cannot use it because it's gonna be making that noise. Tum, tum. But if it makes any squeaking noise, then that means that you gotta replace the whole thing. Because even though the roller is good, the plastic is good on it. When you take it apart, the squeaky noise comes from the inside of the roller starts messing up. So it scratches this. You'll make some scratches right here. And that what causes the roller to make a squeaky noise. And the longer you leave it there, the louder it's gonna get. So if you're experiencing squeaky noises, you gotta replace this, because if you put a roller and then you put a new roller on there, this thing is damaged already. So the other roller is gonna make the same noise. So just in case, if it's not squeaking, it's okay to only change this. But if it's squeaking, change the whole thing, everything. Because if you take this roller and it's squeaking, but the roller is still in good shape and everything, and you put it in another new of these things, then it'll still squeak no matter what. So you gotta replace both of them when it's squeaking. When it's not squeaking, just this. Remember, if you always have questions, if you have any comments or any suggestions, always put them down below. And I hope you guys learned something today, and hope you guys are willing to teach other people of how to do what you learned today. The purpose of this video, it was to show you guys how to repair or replace a roller that's squeaking or making rattle noises. So see you guys until next time. May God bless you all, and remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay positive, because life is too short to be holding grudges and to be negative, sad, and depressed. So always look for a way to keep yourself healthy, happy, and positive, and be an encouragement to other people too. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Until next time, thank you. God bless you.